Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video. So you guys, it is grocery haul day, and let me just say I had to do my grocery shopping a day early. It is May 11th, and we in North Carolina, where I live, are experiencing a gas shortage. There's no gas between where I live and where I work. There's no gas between where I live and where I go to the chiropractor, which are in two different directions. There's one gas station that does have gas, but you have to go. They're diverting all the traffic around, and that line to get gas was crazy. So I have a little bit over half a tank, and I filled up yesterday. But my schools are so far from where I live, and I went to 3 schools today, driving my own vehicle. Because you think you can get gas. Well, you cannot. So I thought, hey, I was going to stop by the grocery store and just pick up one thing that I needed. And I said, let me just go ahead and do my grocery shopping because who knows what tomorrow's going to bring. So picked up a few things. My budget was $50, and $50 don't go a long way anymore. So I'm going to show you what we got, and then maybe figure out what I have in my pantry that we can do like a meal plan. Because I'm going to have to pull from the pantry this week. I spent $41.57. So I still have $9 left. And I do have like $5 more in my purse that I just had from randomness. So I'm just going to show you what I was able to get. And then we will figure out if there's anything else I forgot. I don't think so. But I was in and out. The gas stations are full and the grocery store was full. There was still plenty of food on the shelves, but there were a lot of cars in the parking lot. People were just trying to get what they could get. So anywho, let me turn my camera around and share with you what I have. Alrighty, you guys. So this is $41.57 worth. I picked up some bananas, which we do not have. And Jackson and I pretty much like to have bananas for breakfast. So I picked up 6 bananas. They were 37 cents a pound. Picked up some baby red potatoes. They were $2.99. Same price at Aldi. Now, the russet potatoes, I'd much rather have the yellow potatoes, but the russet potatoes for 5 pounds were 2 for $5, and the 10-pound bag was $5.99. So I ended up getting 2 of the 5-pound bags, and I saved 99 cents on that. Found this Boston butt. I'm going to do like a Mississippi roast. Just making the Whole30 gravy instead of using the brown gravy packet. And that was on manager special for $3.38. Picked up a couple things of pork chops. $3.90 for this one. There's 4 of them in there. And then this one was $4.75. And there's 4 of them in that one. Picked up some of the sandwich steaks. These were $5.99. We like those. A few onions. Onions didn't look the best this week. I think they were 89 cents a pound. Picked up this almond milk, $2.99. And then this is the 0 sugar white chocolate mocha, sugar-free, sugar for creamer. Of course, it's not Whole30 approved, but that's the only thing that I have added in on Whole30 that is not on the list. And that was $2.99. So that's what I was able to get for $41.57. So again, I think I'm going to do the Mississippi roast. We have some cauliflower in the freezer, and I'll just rice that and do cauliflower rice Mississippi roast and probably a can of greens. Then we will probably do smashed potatoes. We've been doing with the little tiny potatoes. We've been doing smashed potatoes, and we'll probably do those with pork chops. I probably will pan sear them and then put them in the oven for a few, and I will cook all 8 of those pork chops at one time, and that will be a dinner and a lunch. The next thing we'll do is we'll have mashed potato bowls. So I'll take some of the russet potatoes and make mashed potatoes using the coconut milk and ghee. And then I will saute the beef, put the beef over I'll put this in a gravy probably with some onions and peppers, and we'll put that over the mashed potatoes. We also have broccoli to go with that. So that's 3 meals. To round out meals, let me see what we have in our freezer. We do have some rotisserie chicken left over from a friend of ours who came over this week. this past weekend for Mother's Day to have dinner with us. Her name is Kathy. Of course, she comes over all the time. So there's rotisserie chicken left over. I may try to find a chicken pot pie recipe, Whole30, to round that out, to use some of that. I thought I had spaghetti squash, but the kids, we have that here on the stove. Spaghetti squash. So that'll probably be dinner. Okay, we have some tomatoes we didn't use last week. We'll go ahead and roast those with the pork chops. I do like to do the roasted tomatoes with the pork chops. I do have a cabbage that I need to use, and I've got some peppers and onions that I need to use. I have carrots in here, so I'm also going to put some of the carrots in the roast. Okay, let's see what else I have. Okay. Well. Oh, I've got some scallops. So that might be one meal. I'll see if I have some fish. I think I have some fish. So we can do scallops and fish. And I also have some pork belly left. So I have 2 of those. So I'll do pork belly because we do like that just plain. We like that cooked to have kind of as bacon. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, we do have some fish left, so some tilapia and the scallops, that'll be a meal. So that's a pretty good list. It's not a full, complete meal plan, but it will get us, you know, at least for the next 4 or 5 days, which is what we're always trying to do. I'm trying to stay a little bit ahead. So because of the gas shortage, we are not going out at all. So no taekwondo, no discipleship. They're going to do that online. But what the kids and I are going to do is while we have some time, we're going to go ahead and get some stuff done. Now, as far as meal prep is concerned, and just a little bit of light cleaning around the house. So we will take you guys along with us as we work on some of the meal prep. We'll go ahead and do the smashed potatoes so you guys can see that. And then we will also do, I'll go ahead and make, we'll do the smashed potatoes. I'll do the pork chops and tomatoes. And maybe go ahead and get the beef all done. The beef, I'll go ahead and get the beef and broccoli all put together with the gravy. And then we'll put the cabbage on. So we'll just show you a couple things and be like a Whole30 cook with me. So let's, me and the kids, get started. All right, you guys, so I wanted to jump back in to show you I made the gravy. This is the Whole30 gravy recipe that I've been using. It's just beef bone broth, salt and pepper, ghee, and coconut milk. Season it to your liking, and a little bit of xanthan gum to thicken. So right now it's not thick, but I'm going to take it off this heat for a second because I'm going to use this for the Mississippi roast, which normally you would use the brown gravy packet, but I'm not going to use the brown gravy packet for this. I'm actually just going to put this gravy into the roast. Now, one additional thing that's not Whole30 compliant is this ranch dressing, but I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make the roast without this, so I'm going to look it up. I don't have time to look it up right now, so I'm just going to use this. I did put ghee in here. There's also, in place of the butter, so I put ghee in there in place of the butter. I'm going to put pepperoncinis in here. And then just a tiny bit of the juice, of course, just for a little bit of heat. It's almost time for church. We're going to do it online. So I'm going to get this done quickly. And we're going to turn this on tonight before we go to bed. So I'm just going to spoon some ladles full of this gravy in. And then I'm going to just take the rest of it for the pepper steak or the stir fry. Of course, when you're doing the Mississippi roast, you just use the brown gravy packet, but I don't have that. Whole30 compliant, so this is what how I'm doing it. All right. Oh. I'm just gonna put the top on this, and like I said, we put there's peppers in here, and there's carrots that I needed to use up because I needed to use those. So I'm gonna show you how I'm finishing off this meat over here. So here is the this is all of the shaved steak. I did both packages. Now I'm going to split this into two parts and make two different meals. I did put onions, there's peppers, and we had some spinach that needed to be used. So I just went ahead and put that in. So I'm going to add this shaved steak back to this gravy. And we're just going to mix this together, cover it, and let it thicken and cool. And then that's going to go into the fridge for 2 separate meals. So I'm just going to let that marinate in that gravy. Let that gravy thicken. I'm going to turn the heat off because it doesn't need to be on anymore. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the smashed potatoes, and we're going to be done for the night. All right, so I did my small potatoes in the Instant Pot. We did them on 12 minutes. I did salt the water. A slotted spoon works much better to get all the water out. And then what we're going to do after we take these out is we're going to go ahead and put the cabbage in. We do a buttered cabbage, but we're going to use ghee and olive oil instead of butter. 6 minutes. Pressure cook high. We're just going to wash those cabbage and it's going to go in. Our pork chops are doing good in the oven, but we're going to put these smashed potatoes in as well. Okay. All right. Let me make sure I got all the water out. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little bit of seasoning. Season your potatoes with whatever you like. This is just salt. I found a liberal salting because they don't always take the salt. We'll do some, this is onion powder. I'm going to do some parsley flakes. I'm going to do some garlic and herb. Always use the Nashville hot chicken seasoning on pretty much, it's like chili powder in this house. We use it on almost everything. Speaking of which, and finish it off with a little bit of olive oil to just mix together. Nutritional yeast, I forgot this one. Don't let anybody fool you into believing that nutritional yeast tastes like cheese, because it does not. That's just the gospel truth. It don't. But, you know, it gives it a little something, so we'll go for it. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to foil line a pan, and then we're going to put these on and smash them. All right, I've got my largest cookie sheet foil line. I'm going to throw a little oil on it just in case. We do use a lot of oils, olive oil, or we do also have coconut oil. So I just want to make sure that nothing sticks. And then I'm just going to take those potatoes, get all of that seasoning out if you're able. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these potatoes around enough so they're not touching each other. I'm going to take the heel of my hand and just smash them down. Now you can take a cup if you want to smash them. They're going to be crispy outside, but soft on the inside. Recipe, I just found it on Facebook, I'm sure one day. It also helps to cook them evenly when you smash them out like this, because the big ones and the little ones seem to cook at the same time. You just want to separate them. We cook them for about 30 minutes per side. Flip them halfway. Do smash them good though, especially if they're bigger. We do 12 minutes. They seem to smash perfectly like that. You could do a smaller amount of time. So that's what they look like smashed. And about halfway through, we're going to flip these. 400-degree oven, 30 minutes, flip them, 30 minutes, or you can back down the time. We've done 30 minutes every time, and it's been perfect. And check my pork chops as well. Without burning my hand would be the best way. Putter. Okay. I just burned my finger, but it's fine.
So we gotta be careful.
Yeah. I just did. I did. I just didn't have the thing right. Anything we can put up now is.
You didn't see the potato smasher?
Huh?
You didn't see the potato smasher?
No, it's fine. I just burned my finger because I didn't have the. Move. Okay. So there that is. That's all done. Okay. All right. We're going to do 30 minutes. Alrighty, you guys, there's the cabbage. That's all done. Gonna cool down and go into a bowl. Dishes to be washed. Our smashed potatoes, we probably could have done those 15 minutes each. No problem, we'll just adjust our time for next time. This roast, I'm gonna go ahead and put on low now. And that should be cooked by the morning. This is the pepper steak or the faux pepper steak. It's got the onions, the peppers, the spinach, the shaved beef, and the Whole30 gravy. And then, of course, here are pork chops and tomatoes. So we're just going to put all this in a bowl. This will be divided into 2 bowls. The kids will probably finish that tonight. This may be dinner. Or I think Jackson had pork chops. So we're just going to call it here. And that's going to be what we did for our meal prep. So there it is, you guys. Just a little bit of meal prep. Is still pretty crazy around here right now because of the gas. I have not quite 3/4 of a tank. And there's no gas within 50 miles of me. So I'm going to go to my office tomorrow. And prayerfully, we have a job fair tomorrow. So I'm going to hope to try to find a ride with one of my coworkers because I don't know if I'm able to go from my office to the fair, back to my office and back home without finding gas. So I'm going to drive to my office, and that's the best I'm going to be able to do unless, well, I'm going to go out a little early in the morning and try the gas station by my house. And then there's one gas station on the way to work. If they have any there, I'll stop there. If not, I'm just going to go to my office. I plan to go to 3 schools tomorrow, but doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that with the gas situation right now. So, and we don't even know if we'll have school because if the teachers can't get there because we don't have gas, there may not be school. So we don't know. Y'all pray for us here in Eastern North Carolina, all up along the East Coast, because it is just a tight situation. But anywho, you guys, there it is. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Alrighty, you guys. So there it is. It's the next morning, and I just wanted to show you what the roast looked like. We did put carrots in it and peppers, and those are the pepperoncinis. Of course, we use that Whole30 gravy. I did use a ranch packet just because I didn't know what to sub on a short notice. I'll research that a little bit. But this is what we're having as far as Mississippi pot roast. Just wanted to throw that in.